Hi everyone, it's Lee here, and in this video today I'm just going to go through my impressions on the Frontlines game mode that was made available as part of the Crimson Front time limited event in Battlefield 2042. It's 20v20 players, which I think really works well, and currently the only maps you can play on are Redacted, Reclaimed, Discarded, Haven, and this week Flashpoint was added. Like previous events, there are rewards to unlock by earning ribbons as you play on Frontlines, which is basically a skin for your weapon, your outfit, and a weapon charm. To be honest, I'm not really fussed about these cosmetics, I'm just here for the game mode. After playing a few rounds on each map, apart from Flashpoint as I've only played a few times on that map, overall I've been really enjoying this game mode. I like how if you lose a sector, you have the opportunity to try and recapture it, whereas in Breakthrough, you're either attacking or defending. I've had some tense games where my team had almost lost the game with having only one MCOM left to defend, only for us to turn the whole game around, regain all the sectors and get a victory. However, I did notice that games would either end due to the match reaching its time limit if both teams were really good, or games would be over very quickly if one team had the better skilled players than the other. As much as I've been enjoying Frontlines, there are some really frustrating moments that I have experienced. Sometimes I would be on a team that didn't have the necessary skills to win compared to the opposing team, so it was inevitable that we were going to lose. After that game ends and we go into the next one, it would be more or less the same team, so it's just a repeat of the previous game. It isn't really fun when you're constantly losing. Maybe the matchmaking could be better after each game, just to balance out the teams. There were times where I felt like it was just me and a few others that would be trying their best to capture the sector, while the rest of the teammates would be playing too cautiously and try and get kills from outside of the capture area. To their defense, they could be providing support as the few of us rush, and if they're killing enemies in the capture area, then it's all good as they're helping, but if they aren't getting the kills, then it feels pointless trying to push. When we clear the majority of the enemies on the point, they could at least push up and try help capture it. The map designs and maybe even the battle pass missions don't help too. DICE have added this game mode into existing maps that weren't really originally designed with the Frontlines game mode in mind. Like, I think Discarded is probably the worst map out of all of them. I find it rather big and open, which makes you very vulnerable when running through the areas between capture point C, that is located in the ship, to the next capture points, especially to capture point B. I would see a few enemies camping near the edge of the map, picking off teammates as we all run up to capture the new point. I found myself getting shot from multiple angles. It's like running into no man's land, and the cover doesn't feel sufficient. The opposing team would easily capture the point, and then it's back to square one again. It's a rather wide map too, with one side basically open, so it doesn't even get used at all. I don't know why they made it like this, to be honest. Redacted can be challenging because there are basically 3 routes to each area, and when you've been pushed back to the MCOMs, it's really hard to regain capture points as the enemy team has the advantage of setting up the defense. A lot of people use insertion beacons in all these maps, so they always stay near or on the point they are controlling. I think Haven is okay. In the games I've played on this map, the point on the gas station can be hard to retake, and even on the other end where the coaches are. But I think this map is pretty balanced overall. I've seen it sway for both sides, so I think that's a good thing. Reclaimed might be a bit unbalanced because in my experience, the majority of games I've played on that map is always one-sided, with the team pushing towards the silos, normally getting the win. I could be wrong here, let me know in the comments if this is true or not for you, and also let me know about your experiences with all these maps. I would like to hear all your thoughts. And then there's Flashpoint, which I've played twice, where one of them where I had joined mid-game and we were trying to regain the point after defending our MCOMs, That was, I think it's the left part of the map, where you're going up the hill. The enemies had the higher ground, so it was hard for our team to push up, get up the hill, and take the next capture point. And especially this map came out alongside the weekly missions, where you have to focus on like the recon class. So you'd find a lot of snipers shooting you as you run up the hill. This leads me into the weekly missions and why I think they don't help too. In this second week of the event, the missions are based around playing as recon. So there are challenges like get kills from over 100-meter distance, or get a certain amount of kills with the marksman or sniper rifles. This makes players who want to complete these missions change from their most comfortable setups and ways of playing, and this can dictate how frontline games play out. This can go for other game modes too, by the way. You would most probably see less people using the other 3 classes in the beginning of the week as they try and complete these missions, when really you need a good balance between all of the other classes to have a good chance of winning. Like you would see less medics reviving, because I think that's important when you're trying to capture a point, because if there's no one reviving, then you're not keeping the pressure and the people on the point. So when there's no one there, as soon as you die, you just end up at the back again, and then you have to start pushing. So that just slows down the whole progress that you made, and eventually might lead to your loss. Like, it is a good thing to have missions, as it forces players to try different weapons and classes, and also gives an incentive to play and work towards something. But in the game mode like Frontlines, in this case, it can have a negative impact to the team, because players may not be that great at using snipers or marksman rifles, so they end up camping far back away from the capture points, trying to get long distance kills, when the team really needs to push and capture sectors. Also, if enemies are running with assault rifles or SMGs, they are better equipped to get kills in the close to mid-range, which leads to them capturing points easily and therefore get an easy win. I guess we would just have to wait for people to complete those missions, and then they'll probably revert back to their favorite guns that are more suitable for that game mode. So yeah, overall I think this event's been pretty good. Frontlines is a great addition to Battlefield 2042, and I think it's been one of the better events compared to previous ones. I do hope that they choose to make this game mode permanent at the end of the season and not just keep it as a limited time event. Looking forward to the next Battlefield game. I think DICE should design maps that work and play well on all the game modes they wish to include and plan to release further into the game's life, because it felt like Frontlines was forced into these Battlefield 2042 maps, and it shows. So yeah, please let me know of your thoughts in the comments down below. What has your experiences been like? Have you been enjoying this event? And what do you like about it? What don't you like about it? And how you think it could be improved? I'll leave you with some gameplay of Frontlines Unredacted. Please like and subscribe if you like this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya!
Help me out! Setting up some trouble! Hostile down! Here! Take some ammo! Throwing grenade!
Out the info and take out the final
Here we
defensive
go!
line.
Allá atrás! Fucking stay away! Here's some